Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about how to send electronic signatures with BeeSign. So when you sign in, this is the dashboard that you're going to see. There are a lot of things you can do with BeeSign, but we're going to talk about the main feature, which is to send a document for a recipient in order for them to sign it electronically, securely, and legally. So in order to get started, you need to click New Document. So I'm going to click New Document. You'll see this page. Now the second step is you need to upload your PDF. You can either drag or drop, or you can select your own PDF. For my use case, I'm going to click Select PDF, and I'm going to choose this real estate contract that I want to send to my buyer. On the right side, I'm going to add my recipient. So let's say this is my recipient name, and this is his email. And there are two options when it comes to sending a document for signature. One, you can either assign the recipient as a signer, or you can add the recipient as a CC. The difference between them is that when you choose signer, it means you want that recipient to actually sign the document. But sometimes you want to send a notification to a certain person, but you don't want them to actually sign it. And that's the second option, which is the CC option. But for now, we're going to choose the signer option, which is the default option. We're going to click Add. On the left side, you're going to choose your recipient, the recipient that you want to send the signature to. And one very nice feature about BeeSign, it's the document editor that's built in within BeeSign. So what I mean by this is you can actually fill in the text box and the checkboxes by default. So you don't need to use a different PDF editor before uploading the PDF into BeeSign. So for example, let's say I want to put today's date, which is April 5th. And I can add some details, the buyer name, and so back and so forth. And I want them to choose the retainer fee, for example, with amount of $100, whatever, right? I'm going to scroll all the way down. Let's say that I want the buyer to sign in the buyer box. So what I'm going to do is that on the left side, I will drag the signature element and put it in that box. It's as simple as that. And there are other form elements that are extremely useful. The main ones are the initial box, if I want them to put their initials. The second one is entering the text field. So for example, let's say that you want to add additional text. You can do that here. There's also the date field. So sometimes you want to put the date field next to the signer, like this. And the last one is the checkbox. Sometimes you want to add a certain checkbox, and so back and so forth. But for my use case, I just want the buyer to sign in that box. And then after I'm done, I'm going to click Send for Signature, which is on the top right of the screen. So I'm going to click that. Done. Now the document has been sent successfully. So I'm going to check the email as the buyer. It says here, a new document is ready for your signature. Hello, John Doe, who is the sender, has sent you that document to review and sign. So all you need to do is to click Review and Sign. And what's nice about this is that the recipients do not need to create an account, which makes things much smoother. So I'm going to click Review and Sign. Now they need to consent electronically for legal purposes. I'm going to consent to that, and I'm going to continue to the document. On the top right of the screen, you can click the Start button, and it will send you exactly where I need to sign. So I'm going to click that, and as you can see, it went exactly to the signature box. I'm going to click the signature box, and there are different options on how you can sign. So you can either do a typed signature, or you can do a draw signature and just draw like that. But for now, I'm going to use the type signature. There are different font styles. You can choose whatever style you want to choose. And at the end, you accept and sign and agree that the signature is a representation of your signature for all purposes. I'm going to click accept and sign. Once that's done, all I need to do is click finish. So once I click finish, it's actually going to put the signature securely on my document, and the signature is done. So once that's done, and once the document is completed, the buyer and the sender are going to receive a notification, and there are two options. As you can see, one, either to download the document, or two, to download the certificate of completion. I'm going to show you both. So let's say that I want to download the completed document. And as you can see, if I scroll down, that my signature is there. Now the second option, if I go back, is to download the certificate of completion. And as you can see, this is used for audit trail purposes. It will show you all the details of the document ID, the number of pages, the total signatures, the sender email, the sender information, the IP address, and also the audit trail for each recipient, like the email, when it was sent, when it was accepted, when it was completed, the IP address, and so back and so forth. And if you go back to the dashboard, so let me go back to the dashboard actually, you will see all your documents, the recipient for each document, and the status. Now, because the recipient has signed the document, the status has been completed. However, there are way more statuses that you can see. For example, you can know when someone viewed the document, when someone signed the document, and so back and so forth. So this dashboard is amazing to see the statuses for each document. And with that, we end this video. We hope that you enjoy it, and wait for the next videos where we explain about the templates and other features. Thank you and goodbye.